Hey, what is up, guys? This is Team Gohan Fighter, back with another video. And today I'm going to talk about my experience at UB Comic Con. So I mainly want to make this video to show you guys pretty much what I got. I didn't pretty much get anything except for this stuff here. I actually lost my autograph menu of the Comic-Con thing because of how chaotic it was going from event to event, because it's amazing there. I have to go from one building to the next to freaking get to like the event I wanted to go to. I mean, it was a 3-day thing. Luckily for me, I actually, because my mom wasn't working this weekend, she actually was able to give me a ride all 3 days rather than I had to ride my bike, which was very convenient for me. Wasn't expecting that because, you know me, I don't have a car, obviously. So that was kind of nice of my mom doing that. So my experience, it was really good. There were a couple things I was kind of upset about, but for the most part, I really liked the first 2 days. It started off, I actually had to wait in line even though I got the ticket online, because you had to be looked up or whatever. You had to have your ID and stuff like to look you up. So once that happened, because it was like right a couple minutes after 6, so I was waiting in there for about maybe a half hour. It started at 6. It started at 6 on Friday, and so then what was really thing after I got that, because I knew I couldn't waste any time, because on the schedule. It had said that Eric, guy who most noticeably played Brock and Seto Kaiba, and James too, he was going to do a Q&A at 7. So it was about like 6, a little after 6:30 when I got out of there, out of that line, because I was immediately, luckily it was in the same building that you enter into to register. And so then I go upstairs because I have no idea what's going on, because it is a maze in this place. Like, my mom didn't even know where to drop me off, because like it's literally like it's like a 5-mile like freaking mini village in that school. I would never go to that school other than the fact that it's a Comic-Con, other than for Comic-Con. So I go upstairs because I'm trying to find this room that he's supposed to be in. And I actually asked like a guy, because there was a shop, because I hadn't seen it though, because I didn't know where the hell I was going. And so there's like one of the security guards that are just working there, or whatever, one of the staff guys that are working there, not security guard, sorry, staff guy. I asked him, where is Eric at? And he actually told me he's actually right here, like in the store. And so I literally got to meet him before the Q&A section, which that wasn't on camera. I didn't get that on camera, obviously. I was so mesmerized just meeting him. This was my first voice actor that I got to meet. So it was just so awesome. I got to talk to him for a few minutes, and I did get this autograph. And because I brought this because I didn't know how any of the autograph thing worked, so I got this, and he signed this too after I got this from him. So I bought these essentially because he does charge for this stuff, because I guess that's how they make it. But it was definitely worth it, because this is what I bought. Like, I didn't buy any other, like, there was stuff at the store, and I was like, nah, I want the autograph. So then, I also then paid for a picture. So I got a picture with him, in my cosplay as Goku. Obviously, as we all know, I was cosplaying as Goku. Then we went to the Q&A section, and I actually got to walk with him to the theater because I didn't know where the theater was, and he was actually going that way. Because I was asking the staff guy that was with him, where was the theater? And he's like, you can just walk with us because that's where we're going. And so I literally got to walk side by side with Eric. Like, I'm not making this up. I'm literally not making this up. Like, so I literally was walking with into the freaking theater where we entered, and of course I started then shortly after recording once the session started, the Q&A section. I actually, the first day, because surprisingly on Friday, there was actually not that many people. As a matter of fact, I would say there would have been about 20 to 25 people that were, maybe less, that were there at the Q&A session for day one when Eric was there. Like, I'm dead serious. That's why I was actually closer to the seats to where Eric was on the first day rather than the second day, because there was literally hardly anybody in there. And I actually got to ask him, I think I got to ask him 2 questions in that session on the first day of his first of 2 Q&A sessions, because there was literally not that many people there. So, because usually there's a lot of people, because I've seen them on YouTube all the time, voice actors, usually only lucky enough to get 1 question out of them because there's like a bunch of people there, but there was not that many people there on the first day. And it really shocked me because I had seen, it on YouTube before. So I was actually surprised, and I was surprised that I got to, because I got to talk to him for a few minutes. And I got to talk to him about a couple of things, which I'm not going to reveal what he told me because it contradicts something he said in the video, in the day 2 video. So I'm not going to say that because I don't want anything, I don't want him getting in trouble. Because he's a cool dude and I really, really liked him. For, really, helping, getting to talk to him. I got to talk to him, like I said. And so, he was a really, really, he was talking to me. He talked to me about the voice acting business because I had asked him about it, and he said he actually teaches classes for it, but you have to pass an audition and stuff like that, which is, it's just, he was really cool. I really, he was really a nice guy. Let's just put it that way. After this first Q&A session was over, I actually bought this one, the Seto Kaiba autograph, just to have another one with me. And then I bought this. This was because he's also a musician too. This was only $5, so I just bought it, and he signed this as well. After that Q&A session, there was a concert he did with his music, which I do not have that up on YouTube yet, but I will get it up on YouTube at some point this week. But I felt the Q&As needed to come up first, as they were, to me, were more important. But I will get that up, hopefully at some point. But I don't know exactly how it's going to work because, I'm not going to, because he's got, because he's got copyright to his music, obviously. But, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just upload it as under fair use. And, if the audio comes up, I don't know. But yeah, I really, I was like telling him, like, look, I really like your work and what you did, if you watched the first, actually, no, I didn't get that on camera though. But, he was telling me, this guy knows my entire history, because I was pointing out, he's Bastion, he's the narrator for One Piece and stuff like that. He's like, see, this guy knows my entire history. So yeah, it was awesome, like literally awesome. So after the concert, with all his great music, that he did, after that happened, basically, it was around it was 9 after that. So, I went to then. You can see it. Oh, sorry about that. Dang it. Because this is actually the entire map right here. So there was an anime viewing room, but I didn't. I actually left that because I didn't like that. There was a subtitle game, obviously. Or subtitle stuff. I went to Anime Crack, and that was talking about like different things basically that were going on with anime, etc. You know, different things about like, you know, they were showing video clips and stuff, you know, about different things about the anime and, you know, what's different from that to English to Japanese, all that good stuff. And after that, Friday was pretty much done after that, because that was pretty much what I did for the rest of that. That was pretty much what I did for the rest of Friday, because I actually left at 11:30, because pretty much the events were, I mean, they were going on until 1 a.m., but it was just pretty much standard things. Once Saturday started up, because that was at 9 a.m., right? Okay, so at 9 a.m., we had, I had got there, and there was, sorry. It was just really good. So first what I did was, I actually got some breakfast there. After I got ready and Mom had taken me back there. There was I did not go to that. I did go to that. I'll explain that in a few minutes once I figure out what I was doing first. Here, I got beginner DDD. Oh yeah. I went to some. I can't find it in here, but I went to a sport anime panel. It was about sports anime, which I didn't even know there was really any sports anime other than the Prince of Tennis, which was on Toonami way back when. They were showing different ones for that. So I went there. I won some racket or something. I don't know. I didn't win the other thing though, because they were giving away a Prince of Tennis like code or whatever, and I didn't win that because I was like, obviously didn't know what was going on for that. Then after that, I went to a Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament, which I dropped out of eventually because it was going on until like 6 o'clock, and I had other events to get to that I had already signed up for. So I played a couple of rounds of that from noon to a little after 2, and then dropped out. I only won once. And then I went to the cosplay contest. I was in the walk-on and the skills, where I was just like there for like 4 minutes, you know, and just basically doing Rock the Dragon. I was singing off the Rock the Dragon was there, and I was just doing all the Dragon Ball Z stuff, saying I'm the hope of the universe, Kamehameha, defeating, you know, Cell, Frieza, and Boo, you know, all the, well, you know, reenacting all the stuff that happened in 4 minutes. So that happened. I didn't win in that. Then after that, because that ended at 4, and then at 5, we go back to Eric again. He did another Q&A for an hour from 5 to 6. And that's where I asked him about the edits that, you know, he had to take up, because he is also a director. So yeah, it was really good, and I thought I answered some because I got 3 questions in total on him, on camera, and then other thing, I also ate in this time span too, because I had to stay hungry. After his thing was over, I actually had to leave since I had my autographs already. I didn't really need to stay around. I immediately was starting to run because there was another cosplay thing going on. And this was the in-character cosplay, which actually only ran until 8 o'clock, not 9. But I actually did pretty good in it. I did not win, but I made it to the second round, and there was originally they said they had a limit, but then they said that they lifted the limit for a little bit more, so I was able to get in there. When I got there, I was so upset that I wasn't going to get in there, but I got in there, and there was about I think 40 people or 50 people that had entered in the in-character costume or contest, and for the second round they weeded it down to 10, and I was in the 10, and I did not win in the second round because it was based on fan appearance, and they picked the other guy, because the guy created an original character or whatever, so I guess they liked that better. So I was just glad I got past the second round though. Then after that ended, I went to this game, 18 plus dating game. I didn't really like it. It was okay. It was funny, but the people that were hosting this were really assholes in my opinion. Because they were just they kept saying that we're going to pick people from the audience, but then sometimes they would pre-pick someone for, the next game. And then in the last one, before they started picking, they said they weren't going to pick someone who hadn't been picked already, yet they did. And we called them out on that, and we said to change it, and it's sorry, I don't make up the rules. That's what the guy said. And I immediately walked out after that because I was pissed off about that, because that was hypocritical. And I don't buy the fact that he does not believe that he wasn't picked again, because he was one of the most noticeable guys in the contest, or in the, thing. So I left that. And after that, I think that was it for Saturday. But I did eat during that time. They had some good food there. So that was it for that. And then we got into Sunday, which which the final day, which was the last day. That ran from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. It was a short day. And quite frankly, it was really disappointing. Sunday was really disappointing. And it was mainly disappointing because pretty much every event was not done. Every event was canceled, I think. Because, literally, anytime when I would go to an event, it was no one was there, in their room. And so it was really upsetting because I was I was doing this, and they really didn't offer anything on Sunday. To me, it should have been either a 2-day event, or they should have offered more on Sunday, because they really did not offer anything on Sunday. This event I went to, no one was there. I didn't go to that. I didn't have any of that. I went to a few of them. I didn't go to this because, again, this was subtitles. I don't watch subtitles, so, yeah, they were just listening to subtitles. That was not available. That was not available. Pretty much every event on here was canceled. So then I went to this because this was actually being run. The coloring contest, as much as I didn't want to go to the coloring contest, it was the only event that was actually being run, because I went to multiple different events where the rooms no one was in there. So I went there, and I actually had a pretty cool time. coloring. They basically give you like a paper to basically, of a design that you basically just color in and crap. And I'll show you that in a couple seconds. But it was really jam packed. As a matter of fact, it was supposed to be in this little small room, and they actually had to move it to a big room. They had to move them to a big room because there were so many people that actually came to this coloring contest, which the host was not prepared for because, well, there's normally not that many. But seeing how all these other events, no one, was there, pretty much is probably the reason why there were so many people that went to the coloring contest. And so when I went to the coloring contest, they had like different anime characters you could trace out of. I wanted to trace the moon of Soul Eater, but unfortunately, someone took the last one before I could get a hold of it. And so the only two I could do was either Hamtaro, the dumb hamsters, which I wasn't going to do, or Sailor Moon, aka Serena, aka whatever her Japanese name is, aka Princess Serena. I mean, not Princess Serenity. Sorry. Before someone like in the comment section corrects me about that. Princess Serena, Princess Neil Serenity, or Neil Queen Serenity, sorry. Princess of the Moon Kingdom. Yeah, Sailor Moon. I drew this. I did not win the contest, but they had a bunch of different categories for the contest. Different, creativity, originality. They were doing other stuff because you could actually just draw like on a regular piece of paper too and do your own drawing, which I didn't do that because I'm not a good drawer. So I just did simple. I just did Sailor Moon the way she looks like, actually, and just colored her in. And so now I got a Sailor Moon drawing. So, yeah. When they got that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so that's my Sailor Moon Serena Princess Serenity drawing. And so that was pretty much the day after that. Because after that, again, it was 2, but so we had like 1 hour left, but all events were pretty much dead. No one was doing anything, like I said. Coloring contest was the only thing that was actually running. So, yeah, that was very depressing, but I got to color Sailor Moon, so I guess it wasn't too bad. So that was kind of pretty much the gist of my weekend at Comic-Con. Like I said, I didn't really buy anything at the shops. I really just focused on the autographs. I got 4. I should have 5, but I lost the map that I was given, or the guide I was given. Well, it's map 2, but I lost it. But I still got 4 good autographs from Mr. Eric. And like I said, there is no confirmation as he asked the question. He answered the question that there is no confirmation whether he is voicing Kaiba still in the new movie. But what I will say, I'm pretty sure he is, but I can't say. Because to me it just would make no sense. Because Konami, which now owns the Yu-Gi-Oh rights now, for the anime, still they're in the New York base. However, he actually moved to Nashville. He actually said this. that he moved to Nashville, but he still comes to New York, though, obviously, because he came to the Comic-Con. So I'm sure, I'm pretty sure he's not going to be directing, because he directed Yu-Gi-Oh! And he directed the movies, that the two movies before that. But I'm pretty sure he's not doing it this time. He probably will just be there to voice act for Kaiba. Because, like, I mean, let's face it, like, you can't recast them at this point. Like, you know, he asked a lot of questions, which he pretty much tells you guys why there are so many edits in 4Kids and explains what the rules and the laws are, so you guys can check that out for yourselves. And other things from other fans that asked him questions as well. Like I said, he's really cool, and he actually does take students for voice. He only currently has one, according to what he said. He told everyone that according to what he said, he's like currently only has one student voice acting right now. But he will take other people on, which to me is really cool. But you have to pass an audition. You have to pass an audition first before you even can be taught by him. So yeah, this is pretty much all I got at Comic-Con. I didn't get any posters and stuff like that because, quite frankly, they were really expensive, and I don't like scroll posters because there were scroll posters there at their two shops. I'm not a fan of scroll posters. If you guys like that stuff, I don't. And there were some other posters that were there that were pretty good, but they were like $20 each, and I didn't think a 12x18 frame was worth that. Especially since they said, "Oh, we'll make you a deal if you buy two or whatever. We can make you a deal." And they were like, but that's when you throw this. If you buy this, you throw this in for you. And I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. So then I just walked away from that. And they didn't have a Goku one. If they had a Goku one, I would have bought it. They did have a good Lelouch, a good C2 one, but I was like, $20, nah. So yeah, this is pretty much, as boring as this looks, because I'm sure you guys thought I was gonna have like a bunch of things that I got from Comic-Con. No, I didn't. I really went there for more of the fun experience than I did for actually buying stuff there. Actually, I think I spent more on actually the food that they had there because I was hungry throughout the Saturday day that I was there than anything else. But I probably spent more on just doing this because I also got a voice clip, and I also want to clear up the whole thing, because I think some people think that the voice clip where Kaiba was talking trash to me was legitimate. It's not. It was I actually paid Eric to do that for me because he can do voice recordings for you if you pay him for it. So I actually told him to talk trash to me. That was kind of supposed to be a joke, guys. No. Kaiba is cool, and Eric is cool for doing that for me. Another thing, I think there was at least 50 people that took pictures of me as Goku, or asking me to take a picture of me. Just me and my Goku thing, because I was in my Goku stuff. And it was just a really cool experience, and just awesome. I really liked it, and this is already 30 minutes, probably too long. But I just wanted to give you guys the gist of the full experience. It was really cool. I definitely want to go back next year for it. I wish I would have gone in previous years, because I guess there was a lot of voices. I guess Team 4-Star went there 2 years ago, apparently. And I heard Bosch had gone there like 2 years ago too, or something, or 3 years ago or something. And I was like, damn, like I missed that. Like crap. I hope they have someone else too that comes next year. I really would like to meet Veronica Taylor. Out of anyone, I mean, besides Sean from Goku, because that would be the one I would really want to meet, because he's the voice of Goku, obviously. But one I would really like to meet is Veronica Taylor, because Veronica Taylor was the first anime voice I ever heard. You know, even though I didn't know it was an anime at the time, you know, she was the first anime voice I heard. You know, being that she was Ash, that would be the one I really want to meet. You know, unbiasedly speaking, because of that. But obviously Sean, you know, voice of Goku would be the one I would really want to meet. If I ever got a chance to meet him, like that'd be awesome. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much all I did. That's pretty much the gist of the Comic-Con thing from UV. I hope you guys like this. And hopefully I'll be able to go. There are some people that actually told me about some other cons, some smaller type cons that are around my area that I might go to, maybe if I can. We'll see. But that is it for this video. Comment, rate, let me know what you guys think about this, and that's about it, guys. I'm Team Gohan Fighter, and I'm out of here. Peace.